Welcome to the Earn a Bike Assembly Guide, brought to you by Earn a Bike and Crossroads Bikes here in San Antonio, Texas. You'll be given a box with a bike in it, as well as a set of tools. First thing you'll want to do is to remove the bike from the box. There's two boxes that have to come out first, then the seat and the seat post. Put those aside. The next thing you'll do is to pull the entire bike out. Notice that it comes out as one full assembly. Take the cutters that you've been provided and snip each of the zip ties that are included on the bike. As you remove parts, put them aside for safekeeping. As you remove parts and packaging material, please put them back in the box or in one central location. Continue to remove each one of the parts from the bike that are covering it, making sure you don't cut yourself and making sure that the sharp parts are kept away from you. Any packaging material should be again stored inside the box. Do a quick visual inspection of the bike at this point. If anything's missing, scratched, or damaged, please notify somebody with the Earn a Bike team. Once you've removed all the packing material and placed it away from the assembly area, the next thing you'll do is to start the assembly of the bicycle. You'll start with the handlebars. Make sure that all the packing material is off. The two cables are for brakes. We'll be assembling those at the very end of the process. The next step is to assemble the handlebars. You will be removing the plate, so you'll need the wrench that's been provided to you. It may look different from the one we have here, but it will fit the 4 bolts. Then place the handlebar onto the clamp. Place the clamp back on, and you'll be securing it with 4 different screws. When you put these on, make sure that you don't put them on too tight. Each one should be finger tightened, then the bar should be straightened, noting that the center of the bar has a knurl on it. The Allen wrench itself goes into each one of the bolts. You'll want to tighten each one just slightly, making sure that the entire clamp assembly is even all the way around. Again, finger tight here is the most important thing. You want it tight enough to hold the bars. Place the bars at a perpendicular position to the floor. Again, they'll be tightened later. The next step is to tighten the stem onto the fork. Again, you want to keep it fairly straight, and we'll adjust this in final form. Snug these down, and we'll check final torque in the end at QC. Now it's time to insert the seat post. Put a little bit of grease into the seat tube and get ready to insert the post. This is done to ensure that the post will slide up and down not only now but in the future. Take the seat post and seat. This is done as an assembly, and remove all the packing material and very carefully slide the seat post into the bike. Notice that there's a clamp. You'll also want to tighten this, not too tight, because we will be adjusting it in final setup. Next, take the pedals, put a little grease on the hand side. Thread the pedals in, going forward towards the front of the bike. Take the pedal wrench and again snug down the pedals. We will be testing this in the end to make sure that they're properly tightened. Snug them. Again, notice that both of them get tightened towards the front of the bike. Once this is complete, you'll be putting on each one of the reflectors, one in front and one in back. This is a Phillips head screw. Make sure they're snug and pointed in the right direction. These are required for each one of the bikes. Now you're ready to assemble the front of the wheel. Loosen the nuts on both sides. Lift the front of the bike up and place the wheel into the 2 slots on the front of the bike. Make sure that they're fully engaged and make sure that the washers are on the outside right next to the nut. The little keys on the washer need to be placed into the slots on the fork. This ensures that it doesn't fall out. Hand tighten the nut. Do this on each side. Take your crescent wrench, adjust it to the size of the nut, and tighten each one. You'll do this on both sides of the bike. Please be careful not to scratch the paint, and again, don't over tighten this nut. We'll be checking it in final quality control. At this point, you're finished. Bring the bike to quality control for final testing and setup. Thank you.